Good morning, 604. How we feeling?
Good.
Good. All right, guys, listen up. Today is Thursday, May 27th. I want to go over what's going to be happening. Tomorrow, you do not have school. You have the talent show at 12:30. That means iReady is due tomorrow at 3:30. There's no exception. There's no extension. You have the rest of today. You have all morning tomorrow to do your iReady. Correct me, Miss B, if I'm wrong. 30 minutes a day is all we ask. So by today, you should have had 2 hours. If you didn't have your 2 hours today, when you finish the work, if there's time, depending on how you work, because everyone works at a different pace, then you do your iReady. But it is still due tomorrow at 3:30. Next week, we do not have school on, first of all, we don't have Saturday school this week because it's Memorial Day, right? There's no Saturday school. Then Monday, there's no class because it is Memorial Day. Then, when you come back next week on June 1st, we have class June 1st, which is Tuesday. June 2nd, you have you have your specials and ILT, Burgos, or whoever that might be, Scipio, whoever that is. Then, on Thursday and Friday, you have class. Then the following week, you have your iReady ELA assessment, which is June 7th. Then June 8th, which is a Tuesday, you have your iReady assessment for math. So there's no academic classes that day. You'll be with your homeroom teacher for those days. Then on June 9th is a day on the computer for your specials. June 10th is field day for those that are going. June 11th, which is a Friday, I believe, we have regular class. Then the following week on June 14th, you have an interim assessment for, I think it's science. Yeah. And then on Tuesday, June 15th, you have an interim assessment for social studies. So that's 5 days of no classes. The 7th, the 8th, the 14th, the 15th. That's 4. Field day, make 5. Juneteenth, which is June 18th, there's no classes. I'm pretty sure we're going to have some kind of celebratory event. That's like 6 no classes. So technically there's 8 more math classes. That's it. And you're hopefully all going to go to 7th grade if you've done your diligence this year. If not, summer academy or summer school, they like to say, is a time for you to brush up on those skills to get you ready. To go to summer academy, you can only fail 2 classes. You fail more, you have to repeat the grade here at Specca. Those are the principal's rules, Mr. Black. So if you fail like art or music, I believe you have to make that up as well. Right, Miss B?
I don't know.
I'm not sure if you have to make it up or not. So, but I know that if you don't pass ELA, math, science, social studies, and ILT, right? They have to do that again?
ILT, they'll just fail it, and that's it.
Okay. So look, there's very few classes left. If you're not going to ILT, just go for the next 3 or 4 more classes. Maybe Miss B or Miss Scipio, whoever it is, they can tell you what you need to do to make it up if they allow you. I don't know. You have to ask them, but please go to ILT. It's only to help you guys out. It's not to hurt you. Okay? We need a screenshot taker and a learning target reader. We got to go. It's 10:13. We don't have a lot to do today. We don't have a lot of time. Who's going to read the learning target today? Let's go. Okay, David, type your name in the chat. Who's taking screenshots today? Abigail? Okay, let's go. All right, so real quick, I just want to show everyone what's going on. We go to 604. Here it is. That way that there's no confusion on what we're doing, okay? Thank you, Ian, for the link. Okay, I posted 3 images for you to refer to for today's work. Here is the teacher copy. Here's the student work. So students are responsible for notes and independent today. I'm going to open up the teacher copy, which is right here. There are a few corrections, so please let's make them before we proceed. At the bottom of your paper, I need you to change anything that has a red box where there are pink minuses to minus signs, because it's supposed to be subtraction. Make the 4 changes in the red box. Now, please. And David is going to start reading the learning target for Thursday, May 27th. This is a small class. Where is everybody today?
I can solve multi-step problems involving addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division of integers and rational numbers and apply them to real-world situations.
Keep reading, sir.
Lesson notes on addition, subtraction, multiplication, dividing integers, and rational number. Today, scholars will review how to solve multi-step problems involving addition, subtraction, multiplication, division of integers and rational numbers, and apply to real-world situations. This is the beginning of 7th grade math. Please refer to the chart below to assist you to become familiar with these rules.
So David, when we're adding integers with the same sign, negative and a negative, we keep the sign and add. When the signs are different, we take the sign of the higher number and we subtract, right?
Yeah.
When we are subtracting, we're using the keep, change, change, which is called the additive inverse, okay? Next, when we're multiplying, this is where you need to make the correction on your paper, please. What you're going to do is you're going to go under drawing. You're going to change the thickness of the pencil. I put mine at 8. That's how I got the lines to be like that. You're going to change this to negatives. When you're multiplying or dividing, when the signs are the same, it's always positive. So whether they're 2 positives or 2 negatives, it's always a positive. When you're multiplying and dividing and the signs are different, whether it's a positive and a negative or a negative and a positive, you always get a negative sign. So that's what I already posted what you need to change. So I'll be looking for that. So will Mr. R, Ms. Burgos, when we grade your notes. All right, problem number 1. Abigail Torres, please read this. We're going to be utilizing 2 operations in this question.
3 rock climbers started a climb with each person carrying 7.8 kilograms of climbing equipment. A 4th climber with no equipment joined the group. The group divided the total weight of climbing equipment equally among the 4 climbers. How much did each climber carry?
Okay, so let's look at this. So we got on the first question here that you read, what do you think we have to do? We have to do 2 operations.
Multiplication and division.
Good. Multiplication and division. Okay, we're going to do each one now. Multiplication. I feel like that's spelled wrong. Okay, now we have to create number sentences for multiplication. So what would the number sentence look like? First of all, how much did each carrier climb, or each rock climber climb?
7.8
And what are we going to do with that? 7.8
times 3.
Good, because 3 people each carry 7.8 kilometers. So how much is 7.8 times 3? Let's start there.
23.4 kilometers.
23.4 kilometers is the total weight, right?
Yeah.
Now, let's look at the next sentence. That took care of the multiplication. Now we have to do the division. What will we physically divide now? How many rock climbers are there?
23.4 divided by 4.
Why? Why are you doing that? Can you tell me?
Because there's 4, they have to, it says the 4th climber with no equipment joined the group. So we have to take the answer that we got and divide it by 4, which equals 4.85.
So then answering the question, how much did each climber climb? Even though one didn't climb when we added it in, how much did they each climb?
Each climber carried 5.85 kilograms.
You guys agree with her? Because I think I do. Ms. Burgos, Mr. R. So I'm going to try something here. I'm going to put the multiplication, before you take a screenshot, I'm going to put that in blue. Ooh, it worked. Look at this, Miss B. So that there's no confusion. You see that?
Very nice.
Yeah.
Miss Kaylani Roman is entering.
Yep.
Hey, Mr. Rudy.
Hey, Miss B.
There is problem 1, folks. So whoever is screenshotting this, which I believe is Abigail, just to let you know, the blue goes with the multiplication. The purple goes with division. It's color coded.
I got it.
All right, we're going to move on to the next question. Let's have David read this, Mr. R. David, you're going to answer your question, and then Ian, you're going to answer part B. Perf to David.
But I was moving a little bit slow. Each teacher gave a test with 50 questions, each worth the same number of points. David got 39 out of 50 questions right. Ian's score was 10% points higher than David.
So David, how many points did you get correct?
39,
Out of how much?
50,
Okay, a percent is a number out of what?
100,
So if I know that the denominator has to be 100, how do I go from 50 to 100, sir?
multiplied by 2.
So whatever I do to the what? Talk to me.
The denominator you have to do is in the numerator.
Okay, so if I multiply here by 2, guess what I do up here?
Oh, you have to multiply 39 by 2.
Okay, so what does now the new numerator become?
78.
So 78 over 100 is what percent?
It's 78 out of 100.
Which is what percent? You can't say I got a 78. You could say I got a 78 out of 100, but if we talk about a score, what would your score be?
78%.
Good. Now, how many more questions did Ian answer correctly? Ian, what do we do here? If we know that your friend David has a 78%, what do we do? Somebody want to help him? Because I don't know if he knows. So we know that David got 39 out of 50, which is a 78%. What do we got to do now? Mister, are you here?
Been here.
Oh, sorry, I didn't hear you.
What's up? How many questions
So-
did Ian answer correctly, guys? Come
Ian's
on.
supposed
David
to
has
answer
what?
this. Ian's supposed to answer.
Oh, Ian's not gonna. I think he's having internet issues.
Okay, so do you want to call someone to see if they
Sure,
know?
Justin Bodo could help me out. So we have Ian. Each question is what? Justin?
Ian, each question is worth 2 points.
Can you speak up, bud? Because we barely can hear you.
You multiply 2 times 5,
And it equals what?
10.
10. 10 what?
Yeah, but
10%.
So then you got 44 out of 50. What do I have to do to get the percentage?
You have to multiply by 2.
Good. So whatever we do to the bottom, we do to the top. So what's 44 times 2?
44 times 2 will be 88.
Awesome job, sir. Does everybody agree with him, though? That's the question.
no, I respectfully disagree.
Okay.
You know why?
Why?
Because just how many more questions did Ian answer correctly than David?
Oh.
So we have to do what with Ian and David's scores, guys?
Justin, how do we find that?
This is David and this is Ian. What do we do with the numerators, guys?
What do we have to do, Justin? You got this. Not divide, Ian.
Why?
Not divide.
We're not
Think about
dividing.
Subtract.
Subtract. Good.
Who said that, Kevin?
David.
Good job, David. So, David, what are we subtracting?
You're subtracting 44 by 39.
Okay. Everybody see that? He took Ian's score of 44 and subtracted it by David's score of 39, and he got what?
5.
5 what?
5 more answers correct.
Good.
This is why we have to reread the questions.
Right? Thanks, Miss B. Thanks, Mr. R. Thanks, students.
I got it.
Wait, it should say correct. She's got it. Everyone see that?
Hear you. The interconnection is unstable.
We're gonna do one more together and then we're gonna go in our breakout rooms to finish the rest. Does that sound okay, Mr. R?
I don't hear you, Miss Canela. I see your lips moving.
Oh, I hear her.
Oh, yeah.
I hear her.
Miss B, your lips are moving, but I don't hear you.
So
And
maybe log out and log back in.
it says unstable connection. Okay, hold on.
Let's try this one. We're gonna do 3 and 4 here. All right, question number 3. Remises. What is a reasonable estimate for negative 3 and 4/5 plus negative 5 and 25/100 and the actual value? So when we're estimating, it's very similar to rounding, right? When we estimate, we're getting an approximate answer by rounding. So negative 3 and 4/5, is that closer to 3 or 4, sir?
3.
Look at the denominator. It's out of 5. The numerator is a 4. So 4 out of 5 is closer to 1.
4.
There you go. And what about negative 5.25? What's that closer to, sir?
To 24.
Negative 5.25.
5.
Good. So if I wanted to estimate, I would add up my estimating numbers. When I estimate, I'm going to keep them all rounded. I'm going to add them up. So what's negative 4 plus negative 5, sir?
That would be 9.
What kind of 9?
Negative 9.
Okay, that's the estimated answer. So right off the bat, which ones can we cross off? We know it has to be negative 9 is the estimated first number.
You cross off D. and B.
Good.
And C.
Okay, so let's explain why this is correct. We want to find the estimated answer, actual answer, which is the real answer. Correct?
Yeah.
So we want to convert the fraction to a decimal, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you have 4/5, if you get 4 out of 5, what did you get?
3.80.
Somebody said something. What'd you say?
It was 3.80.
Okay.
3.80.
Negative, yep. Now, I'm going to subtract negative 5.25. If you plug this in on your calculator, what is the answer?
Negative
What is
9.
Negative 9 point what?
05.
0.05?
Yes.
Okay, 9.05, guys, is the same as 9 and negative 9 and 1/20th because each question is out of 5. So 5 times 20 is 100. Does that make sense? So
Yes.
this would be negative 9, and the fraction would be 1/20, which is why A is correct. And if you were unsure, you divide 1 by 20, and that's how we get 0.5. Make sense? Okay, so
Yes.
screenshot problem 3, and then maybe Mr. R or Miss Burgos can do 4, and then we'll go in a breakout room.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, now we can. Hold on. Did Abigail get this, Mr. R? Do you know? Or Miss Burgos?
No. Abigail, did you get this screenshot? Give me a thumbs up, Abigail. I'm looking at your screen. Okay, she got it.
Yeah.
Samari, where's your camera? Samari Hollins, your camera.
Again? With the camera, Samari? Come on.
Okay, yeah, okay. Turn it on. All right, problem number 4. Haley graphed the points. We already did this, right, Ms. Cano? Did we do this already? Can we start? Can we begin?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I was just waiting for Samari to turn on his camera. He turned it on.
Oh, okay.
Haley graphed the point of negative 2 and 2 on the number line. What does the distance between these 2 points represent? Hint, you must draw a line to solve this problem.
A number line.
You draw a point of negative 2 and 2 on a number line. What is the distance between these 2 points? Let's see who I want to choose for this one. Let's
So-
go with,
How far, maybe, oh, I put the answer here. I forgot to take it off, Mr. R.
I know, I'm looking at it.
So the distance,
So think about it, guys. What's the distance between 0 and between both ways?
2.
Okay, good. So if we were to, how about, let's go with Kevin. Kevin,
Yeah.
go ahead, sir. Answer this one. What would you first do?
We would first. What we would first do is we would write numbers in sense.
Good. So -2 plus what?
-2 plus 2 equals 4.
Are you sure?
What? -4?
Okay, I like this, right? If we had it like this, what would that be?
We have to.
We start off with what number? -2, right?
Yeah.
Okay, we're on -2. And we have to get to the other two. So that's 1, 2, 3, and
4.
is that going to the right or left?
To the right?
Which is what? Positive, correct?
Yeah.
So the sum is what?
The sum is A.
Good. Everybody see how we broke it down? So the idea behind this one, guys, is you start at -2 and you have to go to the right 4 times. If you were to add the sum of -2 and 2, you would get 4, which is a total of -2 to 0 and 2 to 0 as well. It's the same approach. The distance between -2 and 2 is 4.
yeah, perfect.
Any questions on this one? Now's the time. I'm looking at the chat. If you have any questions or you're stuck, let me know. No questions. Okay.
Does Abigail have it before we move on, Mr. R?
Abigail, I'm looking at your screen. Abigail got a thumbs up. She's good to go.
I'm just gonna take these little squiggly things out of here. Oh no. Okay. And, okay. So in our breakout room, we'll do question 5, folks. We could definitely do the problem 6, which is, and this is on your exit ticket. We definitely could do the extension because they're straightforward, and 2 exit ticket questions. Now, before you go any farther, so there's no confusion, right? You need to change your exit ticket question 2. The letters should be on C 660. So everyone now on your exit ticket, go to question 2 and make C say 660. All right, so it's 10:33. This class is over at 11:10. We should come back around like 10:55, guys? What do you think?
Mhm.
Yeah? All right.
Can I be with you or Mr. Rudy?
Sure, we got you. Don't worry. We got you.
He looks tired.
I'm exhausted. I'm moving tomorrow again. I gotta pack more stuff today.
Why you didn't just do a U-Haul?
The U-Haul is for his furniture. I'm moving clothes and books. Because all the furniture stays in this apartment.
Oh, you're not taking nothing from there.
Leaving everything to my son.
So for number 2, on letter C, David, on your exit ticket, 2C should say 660, sir. You got that? 660. Okay, I'm gonna make one room and we're gonna get started now. Any other questions? Now's the time to be like, hey, I don't understand.
Take now, forever hold the peace.
And everyone, whatever room you're in, you need to participate. Okay?
Mhm.
Mr. R, I gave you Leanna, okay?
Okay.
Ian says he's frozen.
So log out and log back in. That's why we're gonna stay back in the main room. Okay, let's get started. So I need cameras on Kalani Roman and Emmanuel Rivera because Miss Burgos is also going to be a co-host. Let me just make it to her. And if anyone doesn't follow our directions, we will remove you. So the camera's not on. This is the last time I asked for the camera on. If the camera refuses to be turned on, I will have to remove you from the class as per the school policy.
Emmanuel, put it on, honey. You had it on earlier, sweetheart.
It's just wasting time. All right, Miss Burgos, do you want to let's get right down to business. Let's read question 5.
Okay, I'll read question 5. Adeline is on a long car trip. Every time she stops to buy gas, she loses 15 minutes of travel time. If she has to stop 5 times, how late will she be getting to her destination? Note, 60 minutes equals 1 hour. So let's go Justin Bodo. Let's see if we can do this one. That's
So-
the first thing we have to do. What's the operation?
The operation will be multiplication.
What are we multiplying?
Very good.
We're multiplying
Can't hear you. Speak up, please.
15 and 5.
Which is how much?
75.
Miss B, you agree?
Yes.
So how we got that was this. Every time you stop driving, you add 15 minutes on, right? This is your loss. And then this is the number of stops. So for every 15 minutes, I lose. For every stop I take, I lose 15 minutes. So 2 stops is how many minutes lost?
30.
Good. How about 3? This is how we got it. 3.
45.
How about 4, guys?
Come on, guys. Let's go. 4 times 15 is how much, people? Good. Come on.
And then 5? 5?
75. 75.
Oh, thank you. So now here's the problem where we ran into a problem in the last class, Miss B. Miss B just told you 60 minutes or an hour, right? We have 75 minutes. We need to convert the minutes into hours. So if we take 75 minus 60, we have 1 hour, and what's the leftover?
Guys, I wrote it in the chat. Come on, wake up.
How much is left over?
What's it? 75 minus 60. How much did they lose in the beginning? The first stop, they lost how many minutes? Kevin, how many? Miss Canella wrote it. You lose 15 minutes, guys.
So it's how many
Yeah.
hours? 1 hour and how much minutes? Miss B just said it.
1 hour and 15 minutes.
Hallelujah. Thank you. Yes, Kevin. Is Abigail in here, Miss B?
Yes. Abby, can you take a shot of that, my love, and give me a thumbs up when you're done? She's good. Thank you, my love.
Oh, wait, I didn't want to do that. I want to keep this for the other classes. I don't have to keep redoing it, you know?
Yeah. Let's see.
You know, Freddie. Okay. All right. Abigail, you're going to do number 6. Wait, who's in here? Abigail.
Yeah,
Boris has $20 from his allowance. There is a comic book he wishes to buy that costs $4.25. A cereal bar that costs $0.89, and a small remote control car that costs $10.99.
What does it say?
Can you read question A?
So what we have to do is find the total amount of money spent on all the items. So the comic book is $4.25 plus the bar, which is 89 cents, plus the car, that's $10.99,
And when you,
and that equals $6.13.
Abigail, you're on fire here.
She is.
Love it. And how much was it, sweetie?
$16.13 is what he spent.
Okay, so that is the total amount of money that you spent. But before we do that, so you said that you had to do what operation?
Addition.
I didn't write that, sorry. Sorry about that, folks. Right?
So that means Boris has enough money because he's under $20.
Oh, yeah? Okay, Boris has enough money. Boris has enough money because he is under, and $20 was his allowance. So now, if so, how much money does he have left over? What operation is left over, Justin Bodo?
Justin, if you're not sure, look at the chat.
The amount left over will be 16.13.
So that's the total money he spent on the items, right? He spent $16.13, but he has $20 that he was given for helping out at home.
Justin, look at the chat. I wrote it. What did I write, Justin?
Oh, you subtract 20 by 16.13, and then that will equal to 3.87 dot.
$3 and what?
And then it will equal to 3.87.
So I'm confused. Do you understand why you had to do this?
So Justin, it's like if your mom or your dad, whoever gives you $20 and you go to the store and you want to buy all these items, you're taking that $20 and you're giving it to the cashier and the total is $16.13, you're gonna get that change back. So your change will be $3.87. Okay?
Mm-hmm. And adding on to what Ms. Burgos said, you still have money to buy something else, but it has to be $3.87 or less, right?
Because we pay taxes, so you could get something like maybe $25, and then with the taxes, it'll be close to $3.87.
Okay. Abby, honey? You got it? Abby?
Thumbs up if you have it, Abby. She got it.
Okay. That was pretty straightforward. All right, the extension real quick. We had this question yesterday, Miss B, and it says that Noelle works at a veterinary technician and earns $12.20. Oh, Adam and Leanna are coming. Okay. So, hold on.
Sorry, my internet. Something happened. I lagged out.
Problem. We got $12.20 per hour. And then we work a total of 40 hours. So I'm going to stop this for a second, put Leanna back where she's got to go. Because Mr. Rudy, Mr. R, is looking for you, Leanna. He's there.
In action.
So if you work 40 hours and you made $12.20, what operation are you going to use to figure out the total money? Ms. B kind of just mentioned it before. Anybody?
Good, Kevin wrote multiplication. Good, Kevin.
What are we multiplying? What's your numbers, Kevin? Since you started, what do we have to multiply?
We're multiplying $12.20 plus 40
Plus or times?
times 40.
Right, this represents the hours. And then the hourly rate is the $12.20. This is the unit rate, which is also called the hourly rate, which is called your constant rate of proportionality. So when you multiply these two numbers, what is the grand result? Because we had this question yesterday. A lot of folks didn't get it right. That's why it's back again.
488.
Okay, does everyone see that? That's before they start taking out taxes and you paying like bills or like state tax and medical and stuff like that. Now, here's the catch. I could have done another extension question, right? Last week, Noel was sick and missed work. His total pay before deductions was $372.10. Write and solve an equation. So Kevin, how much money does he make per hour? How much money?
He makes $12.20.
We want to figure out how many hours he's going to work if he makes $372, correct?
Mhm.
So we're going to multiply the the unit rate, or we're going to add the unit rate? What makes the most sense?
We're gonna multiply.
Good. Miss B, do you remember the next method that we use?
Yeah.
Anybody remember? What's this method called? Starts with a W.
Wall method.
Nice, Kevin. What's the inverse of multiplication, kid?
12 division.
Who said that?
Mhm.
You're right.
Adam, help me.
That's okay. So
So
what
it's
divide by on both sides?
12.20 divided by 372. No. So
Whatever you do to one side, you do to the other. So if you divide by 1220, you got to do it on the other side. Otherwise, it's going to be lopsided and it won't be balanced, right? So what's 1220 divided by 1220?
30.5.
Good. So how many hours of work did he work in order to make $372?
He worked
30 hours and 5.
Good. 30 and a half hours, right?
Mhm.
Noel worked 30.5 hours to earn how much money?
$372.10.
I earned $372.
And 10 cents. Like Miss B said, you have to pay attention to the cents. Remember, money is to the hundreds place, okay? Thank you, Adam. There you go, Abigail. We have 2 more questions to do. I think we said we're coming back at 10:55, right, Miss B?
Yes.
I got it.
Awesome. That was pretty straightforward, right? It
Yes.
wasn't anything hard. We just kind of took what we already knew. You see how everything levels up in math? You got to know one skill in order to do the other, if you notice that, right?
It's important when you guys start working, you know how to multiply and divide your hourly rate.
To make sure that your employer did not rip you off or pay you too less or pay you too much, you know? It's better to be honest than to not say anything, because sometimes, you know, we've gotten overpaid and we said something. But if we say something, that doesn't look good on your end, right? Okay. Miss B, you have anybody in mind to do number 1 for us, or you want to do it?
No, I want to call on somebody. Let's see. Who came in? Let's see. Abby, David. Adam, you want to read it and try it, sweetheart?
Okay.
Thank you, baby.
Jennifer got 40 out of 50 questions right. Melina's score was 10 percentage point higher than Jennifer's. What was Melina's score?
All right, so 50 times what equals 100? Are we multiplying it to get the number?
50 times 5.
How many fingers am I holding?
50 times 2.
Yep, and then what do you do on the top?
You do the
40
same
times-
thing. So 40 times 2.
Good, how much is that?
80.
Awesome. So what will be
So it would
the,
be 80%.
okay, so what letter is that?
So that's letter A.
But says Melanie's score was 10 points higher.
Oh,
Oh,
so it's so we need to add 80% plus 10%, which will give us 90%.
No.
So the correct answer is C.
And I'm kind of actually happy you picked 80 because that is a common mistake that students make because they don't read, as Ms. Virgo said earlier. You have to go back and read.
so this is a two-step problem then, right, Ms. Kamala?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
You can screenshot it when we finish. Make it easier. All right, who's reading this one, Miss B?
Let's try David. You want to try it, David?
Yeah, sure. Hold on. Alright. Andrew works as a
Veterinary.
Technician.
veterinary technician and earns $16.50 per hour. Andrew normally works 40 hours a week. In a normal week, what is his total pay before taxes and deductions?
All right, so what is the operation we have to do here?
So what we have to do is multiplication and division.
Okay, so we're doing the first thing, multiplication. What are you multiplying?
$16.50 by 40.
Okay, how much is that? Look at what I wrote in the chat.
$660.
Okay. Now, it says in a normal week, what is his total pay before taxes and deduction? So what was your answer?
So my answer would be C.
Yes. So it was only a one-step problem, not two. Okay, so it's just multiplication. Thank you, Ian, for helping David.
Well, he helped him. Good job.
Good job, David.
All right, there you go. There's your exit ticket. Abby, you have it? Because I want to move on. We have one more thing to do. Okay. So, guys, at this point, if your notes are submitted, great. Turn them in. We're going to move on to your exit, your independent practice. If you don't read, guys, you're not going to get them right. You have to read. Oh, no. You have to read the questions very, very carefully. Right, Miss B? We just figured that out.
Yep.
So, independent practice 604. I'm not going to go over them, nor is Miss B, because they're pretty straightforward. But if you use your notes, you're in 604. We just talked about Jennifer and Melanie. We just did that. Remember? And then I said, hold on. Remember what Miss B did, and then Adam corrected the mistake? We just did the question with Andrew. We just did it. We just did the question with Boris with the 3 items. Abigail did it. And then your bonus question is, what is a positive times a negative equal to? Either positive, negative, or no sign. That is what you're expected to complete, as well as your notes, which gives you guys, this ends at what, 11:10? So you have 16 minutes, 11:10. So you have 16 minutes, okay? How did Miss B and I do today, guys? What does that mean?
You did okay. If you had to rate 1 to 10, what do we get? Oh, David, 10 out of 10.
We did good.
Thanks, Kim. Oh, Ian says awesome.
10 out of 10.
Okay.
Folks, turn those notes in and get that work in. Goodbye. Get working.